Hi everyone and welcome back to another Acty video. In the last video I installed a brand new radiator for the truck. In this video I'm going to be covering draining, filling, and bleeding the cooling system. So let's get started. So some of the basic things you're going to need for this job: 3/8 ratchet with a deep 17 mil socket. I got my socket set, a 10mm wrench, couple pliers, like these thick ones to get on the spring clamps, and then these ones if it's a tight space, my needle nose. I got me a 1 liter measuring cup. This is so that I know and can control exactly how much coolant I'm putting in, so I know exactly how much should be coming out. As always, I do have my Trusty $20 toolkit. This thing has been awesome for working on the truck. Also, you want a flexible funnel to get into the tight space where your radiator cap is. I did go ahead and get a new hose for my filler hose because it's got a slight leak on it. So I got a brand new hose we're gonna put in. Lastly, you'll need some coolant. I'm using 50/50 ready to go, universal stuff from AutoZone. That's all you're gonna need, so let's go. The first thing you need to do is remove your bumper. That can be done by taking out a couple bolts. 6 bolts and 3 nuts. 12, I think, 12mm nuts. I've already removed the majority of mine. No sense in securing it all the way since I knew I was gonna be working on this job still. Also, I wanna refinish the bumper. That'll be in a future video. Alright, so let's drain the cooling system. We've got our petcock valve. Okay. I did a distilled water flush, so this is just supposed to be water. As you can see, pretty murky.
Like a swamp water.
So it looks like the radiator is just about finished draining. So that would be around 3 liters approximately. We still have to drain from the engine block, so we'll see how much we get from there. And then hopefully that's all of our water back. So from down here, you're gonna need your deep socket and a 10 mil. I'm gonna remove this cable, I believe. That is the engine thermostat, but I'm honestly not positive. Yeah, disconnect this, then I can get my ratchet in there a lot easier. Also, dealing with electrical here and things getting wet, I will disconnect the battery just to be safe. Okay, stand back, camera woman. Could splash. Well, not that much. Goodness gracious. Come off of it. There we go. We didn't get very much out of the engine block. I'm going to remove the thermostat housing, see if we can get a little bit more. I'm going to get all that water out of there. So just emptying the reservoir. I think we've gotten back now almost 1.5 gallons, I might say. We do have a ton of rust in our system, evidenced by the fact that the previous radiator was chewed up and eaten up by rust. You might not be able to see it, but there's a ton of rust sediment at the bottom. What we could do is run this through a filter and then see about potentially running another cycle of water through, see how much more shit we can get out, and then fill it with coolant. Coffee filter. We can filter this out and remove a lot of the big rust chunks. I'm gonna do one more distilled water flush through, just to try and get any more remaining rust sediment out. Like I said, the reason I recommend this, you can control the amount of water. Also, this is a lot more manageable than holding like a 3-liter container. Better on the arms. Also, when this eventually tells me it's full, I'll be able to stop the water from flowing. Alright, that's 1,000 milliliters down. I have to do that 4 more times. So when the radiator filler hose is telling you it's full, when it's not sucking anything down, you can come under, you can burp the lower rad hose, and you'll kind of hear it gurgling. You can also burp the thermostat hose as well, over by the engine block. So the thermostat hose, you can burp this as well. And that should let you get more water in the filler. So now what we can do is we can actually turn the truck on, run it for a little bit, and then we can bleed from the top engine bleeders right here. Those are 12 mil. And we'll run it, bleed it, turn the truck off, and then we can continue filling again. You basically want to crack these until you see stuff coming out, and then you know the air is gone. Alright, that's 1,000. So this will be the 3rd liter going in. Stop, stop, stop. When that happens, what's good about this funnel is that there's a cutoff switch. So you can twist it and it will, see the little bit of water left, it won't drain out. Because our radiator just told us that it's full, so we're going to deal with that. At this point, again, we can turn the truck on, and then bleed from the engine again, and so on and so forth, and you just repeat this process until it's full. As you can see, now with the radiator, we've got space. The water's not up at the top. There we go. Alright, there's liter 3. We're on to 4. Aye! Too fast, too fast.
Number 5.
Number 5. I'm gonna do one more rinse with the water, and then I'm just gonna call it. So I've dismantled the radiator quite a bit, taken off the lower rad hose. I got the filler hose off to the radiator. Now I need to remove the filler hose from the radiator cap area. I just left the upper hose connected. One less thing to take on and off, and it has enough slack, so whatever. Shit, I may have to do this from above. I don't know. Yes, I shall do it from above. I can see the hose a lot more clearly there. What I was able to do is unsecure this, I believe it's the heater hose. I unclipped that from here, this little spout. Now I can undo these 10 mils, and then I should be able to just take out the whole piece. Which actually will make securing the new hose 10 times easier, so. A little bit more work on the front end for less work on the back end. Yay! Okay. So this is the, ooh!
What, there's residue? Was there a bug?
No, just a ton of rust dust just flew out of that. Did y'all see that? So this is the, ooh! The only thing I'm concerned about is getting that little hose back on. Hopefully that's not too much trouble.
What the hell?
There we go. Nasty. We got replacements for this, thank goodness. We got our replacement filler hose here. Here's the part number. I got this off eBay. think it was 30 bucks. So this was on there like so. That looks about right to me. What do you say, camera woman? Okay. Yep, that looks right. Ugh.
She's so strong.
Nasty. Alright, I cleaned this guy off as much as I could, got as much of the rust out of there as I can. Start this hose off right. I got it, lubed up with some water. That will help slide the hose on. Ugh. This might be an intentional mark here, I'm not sure. I think so, it seems likely. You're supposed to line it up with that little notch right there, so I feel confident about that. I do believe it is meant to just meet this little notch and not to slide over it. You can see on the, so see right here where it's clean and the rest is kind of musty. I believe that's where it was previously meeting that notch. So now we can begin putting on these clamps. Okay, here we go. Woo! Okay. Then you don't want to lose your grip on this because it'll go flying. So it was previously kind of like... Alright. Okay. So we've got it over the hose. Maybe not enough because we want to be able to slide it on. Hi. Okay, we're gonna get it on about maybe halfway. Yeah, that looks good. Right about there. That'll give us plenty of space to get that on. We'll lube up the tube so that it slides on better. Just a little bit of water. This will evaporate. I feel really good about that. I got a good seal the second time. It's like basically touching the rim. That shouldn't have any leaks now. Once we're done here, we'll move the spring clip over, resecure these bolts, get the lower rad hose on, put the fan back on because I took it off. Let's put this baby back together and let's fill it up with coolant and let's get out of here. That hose was an absolute bugger, but I think I got it somewhat now. Shit. Okay. Whew, okay. Phew, okay. That was a bad 1.5. All right, we got it back up. So now we can pull this back down a bit. Hopefully be able to re-secure this one. So I got the filler hose back on. I got the upper rad hose back on. I'm now reattaching some of the mounts so I can stabilize this radiator. I'm getting everything reattached. I ended up taking the thermostat out, draining the bit of coolant in there as well. So everything is fully drained. I'm now putting the thermostat back in, attaching the housing. Another pro tip that took me way too long to realize, if you've got direct sunlight overhead, open your engine hatch. It's going to let a little bit of natural light in from above. So that'll allow for a little bit more illumination so you can see what you're doing. First 1,000 milliliters. All right. I think we'll be able to get the first liter in, and then it'll probably need to be burped and bled. All right. First liter down, no issues. Let's go for another. So as you can see, I'm in new coveralls. This is a different day. I was out here, I filmed an outro. Unfortunately, the audio got corrupted, so I'm just gonna film a new outro to close out this video. I bled, burped, did that whole process, went for a test drive. The engine temperature didn't get crazy, stayed right in the middle. I made sure to turn on the heat, blast the heat. The heat was working, so the hot coolant was flowing back up front. Overall, this job took me about 3 days to complete. For the newbies out there, I'd say it's not for the faint of heart. But hopefully this video can help guide you through the process. I'm really happy to have this job done. It took me over a year. So glad it's done. That was one of the last big mechanical hurdles I had to get over. So now I'm looking forward to doing a few more cosmetic things I haven't been able to do because I had to focus my priorities all on maintenance. So I'm excited for that. I think the next video coming out will be refinishing my bumper and my mirrors. So look forward to that video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.